This is Amy. Amy is 35 and a purchaser. She works for a medium-sized company with about 200 employees. Amy is goal-oriented, business fluent, and eloquent. She gets along well with her colleagues. She wants the developers to work well and therefore achieve low prices for what they need. Amy is very interested in doing her job efficiently. She is familiar with the use of tablets, smartphones, and computers. General overview. Amy uses the Würth Elektronik dashboard several times a week. When she first used it, it was more or less pre-configured for her, but she has adapted it for her purposes. When the dashboard was introduced, she was curious if she would use it, but there are some aspects that she found very helpful from the beginning. In the meantime, the board has evolved and offers her some good features. One of them is, Amy can immediately recognize by a few colors if something needs her immediate attention. For an example, if she has to check a new offer, it is red. Orange hints mean that something of her will be needed soon or optionally. Green is everything that runs as it should. On blue elements, she can basically click to get more information, documents, or to access a feature. So when she opens the dashboard, she doesn't have to look around for a long time to find out what to do. Rough layout. In the header area, Amy finds access to general functions like the search. In the middle, she sees all relevant actions and information about orders. Below that, she can see which components and products from Würth Elektronik are in use at her company. Next is a panel with orders which are currently in delivery. At the bottom, she sees some figures. There used to be more panels, but she configured this to her needs. Header. The profile switch. In the top left corner, Amy can switch between her profile, the general company profile, and other special profiles. For an example, sometimes she has access to a dashboard of a colleague for vacation replacement or due to illness. In team profiles, she shares certain information with her colleagues. Search. Amy uses the search quite often. Here it is enough to enter the number of a component, and she will see not only details about the product, but also a matching contact person. Support. Here Amy finds direct contact to her contact person at Würth Elektronik, but also persons she had last contact with are listed here. Amy rarely needed the general support yet, but it was helpful when she couldn't reach anyone else. Order process history. On the top of the dashboard, Amy has her panel with all the information about the ordering processes. This panel has made some things a lot easier for Amy, starting with the communication between Würth Elektronik and the developers. But also simply the overview of pending and past orders is helpful. An order usually starts with Amy receiving a request from a developer. From this, Amy can generate an inquiry. When negotiating, Amy can see immediately if an offer is available. She can compare it with previous versions, and she sees if a developer released it technically, so that Amy can order it if there are no more objections on her side. For this, she creates an order, which she can simply drag and drop onto the surface. From then on, Amy can track every step from order to delivery. The system notifies her if something needs her attention. For example, when Würth Elektronik has confirmed the receipt of payment. For each process, Amy has direct contact with the right person at Würth Elektronik. Also, she is shown in which time periods she should react to something if that is necessary. She can view the details of each order at any time. She can start a complaint process or a reorder. And if a complaint has already been processed, she can view the 8D report. For an urgent case, Amy can also order a fast delivery, which costs a little more. Of course, she can search this list or limit it to a certain period of time. And she can look at practically all historical orders. Amy can also extract her queries in different file formats to import them into her system. Components, circuit boards and systems. In this panel, Amy finds a list of all the components that they have in use or that are designated for use. Here she gets all relevant information about each component. Information about how many parts were ordered, packaging units, prices, availability forecast for her order quantity, and so on. She can search for a certain period of time and use different filters to get an overview. And she gets access to all the components documented in the system. Current shipping. In the current shipping panel, Amy can see the status of all orders currently being delivered. If there is currently no delivery in progress, data for existing scheduling agreements are displayed here. She knows that her colleagues see this panel too and don't have to ask Amy for the tracking link anymore, because she always got it sent to her. All relevant documents are available here as well. Customs tariff number, delivery address, packing list up to weight and carrier. When Amy clicks on See All, she sees a list of all upcoming deliveries, which she can sort and filter. Currently, she sees the more detailed view of each delivery. This allows her to access all relevant information. There's also a more compact view when she needs a better overview. She notices a delivery that is a bit later than expected, but the expected delivery date is probably still okay. Figures. Amy looks at the statistics once in a while, especially at figures such as delivery reliability and the frequency of complaints. User input. At the bottom of the page, Amy finds a field where she can give feedback on the dashboard. When she first entered something here, she didn't expect much. But a Würth Elektronik employee reacted to it directly. Since then, she gives feedback once in a while, when she notices something or has an idea for improvement.